Look at these pods on this plant. I'm gonna have to look up the name. Where's my Pokédex? Nature is so bizarre. There's so many varieties of crazy things. It looks like maybe bugs crawl in there and then it doesn't let them out. That would be my hypothesis, but I'll have to research this plant, see why it forms in such an interesting and peculiar manner. Plants can bring a lot of life and joy to your space, but they can also be pretty intimidating. Here's a few things to consider for plant beginners. These are what I like to call training wheel plants. Low maintenance and a perfect introduction into the world of plants. Easy plants like this variety of ficus, a ZZ plant, and pothos thrive on neglect. Plants like this can adapt to just about any living situation, and they're beautiful. Come and plant with us? I think I will. So this is the plant bar. You can pick your planter, you can build your own terrarium. Step one is to pick a planting vessel. So either a terrarium, they've got pots, they've got mugs. Basically any vessel in here is open for planting. I love the legs on this one. That's a lot of fun. The way they have this laid out is pretty fun too, because they have a ton of varieties of things you can plant in, but they're all over the store. So you kind of have to explore everywhere, find what you want, and then put it all together. This is interesting. Has a little cut-off corner. Oh, and if you want, get a few reps in. You know, break a sweat and plant all at the same time. I don't know why, but I think I'm gonna go with this one. Because I don't know, caught my eye. The biggest thing to consider when choosing plants is your lifestyle. I travel a lot, so I need plants that can survive for a few weeks without watering. So when it comes to succulents, they've got a friend in me. The planting options are endless. You can even plant inside a roller skate. These are amazing. Also, many indoor plants can be toxic, so keep that in mind if you have kids and pets. You can find plants everywhere, hardware stores, grocery stores, but the best place to get them is local plant shops and nurseries. I've never been here before. This place is so cool. This is such a pretty plant. The leaves are so shiny. Before you head out to the store, snap a few photos during the day of where you want to put plants. This is going to be an awesome frame of reference when you speak to a plant professional to find options that are best suited for your space. Some of these plants are so beautiful, they look fake. They're so perfect, they look like fake plants. All right, I'm gonna have to control myself. There's a lot of options here. This one's really cool. So pretty. There's so many shades of green. Avoid that temptation to just pick up a plant just because you like the way it looks. Gosh, this is gorgeous. Especially if you're new to the game, start simple and keep it small. This is Calathea? Correct me. All plant names sound like Harry Potter spells. Garcinia margina, Ficus laurata, Filius sasasasa. That's the best fake plant name I could come up with. If I had my wand, we'd be casting a lot of spells. I'm gonna check out the greenhouse. They have a little bit of everything here. Look at this, beautiful. It's like shades of pink in the leaves here. I've never seen this plant before. This is like very, very different and new to me. All the other plants I've seen like plants that look like them, but these leaves are incredible. Oh, this place is amazing. I can't wait to bring my friend Morgan here. She's gonna die. Look at these pods on this plant. What's that Pokemon? Vaporeon? I'm gonna have to look up the name. Oh, it's Bellsprout, Weepin' Bell, and Victory Bell. Boom. Found the plant that Victory Bell was inspired by. See, the succulents and the cactuses, that's more my speed because those are very easy to take care of. And since I'm in the Southwest, it kind of fits the vibe to have some succulents and some cactus. Cacti. This one's so pretty. For something so spiky and abrasive, it kind of has its beauty and charm. This is an ideal place for like a photo shoot. Oh, hummingbird. Magical creature. Oh, what a perfect, beautiful day we're having. I don't want to leave. Got coffee, there's like a sandwich shop next door. This beautiful garden, that looks so cool. This is like an awesome backyard. Have little barbecues and picnics. I wonder if they have events here. They probably do. This is amazing. All right, I've had my relaxing moment. Now it's time to get down to business. Pick up a few plants and move on to the next. You just brought home some new plants? Let's get them acclimated. Here's what to do when welcoming plants into a new home. Especially if you're new to plants, you may feel the urge to repot, feed, and water your plants right away. But most plants will not need attention right away. They'll need a few days to get adjusted. Put that plant where it's gonna get adequate light. That's what it's gonna need first.
The more light it gets, you'll start to get pink coming out. Like
This is the queen. This is the princess.
So see how that has more pink in the white. And then this is the pink and silver.
Oh, I think I'm gonna go for this one. I like to use those first couple days to research the plant and get familiar with how to take care of it. Start small with only a couple new plants so you don't feel overwhelmed. I did not listen to my own advice. String hearts right here. Beautiful, fun. But this one's gorgeous. I love this one. These leaves are so pretty. And this is a variation of a Hoya. You're gonna wanna do a thorough check for pests, so keep an eye on it and make sure there's no damage or bugs present. If you do find pests, it's best to catch it early, and there's plenty of natural solutions to deal with it. So keep that plant quarantined for a couple of weeks, especially from existing plants. And there's no rush to repot unless it's completely necessary. If the plant is top heavy, overgrown, or there's mineral buildup on the soil, you can repot then. They have this list of non-toxic plants, so this is a variety of what they carry in stock right now that's non-toxic, so that's really helpful. Money tree, does it produce money? Most new plants have been well taken care of at the nursery or shop, so you don't need to fertilize right away. Don't get too eager. Use those first couple weeks to get to know your plant and the right balance of light, water, and nutrients. Caring for plants is not as difficult as you think, and they'll tell you what they want. The key things to look out for are dry soil, yellowing, and drooping leaves. New plants tend to be better when you just let them be. They shouldn't require any attention. That's what pets are for. Look at my beautiful plants. Today's been such a good day, because usually I go out shopping, I'll get coffee, and it's fun. I have a good time, but I don't know what's bringing me so much joy from all the plants today. I think it's because I'm going to new places, and all these places are so cool and unique. So I opened my lift gate and I thought I knocked over the plant. It was gonna fall and I was like, oh, it's a brand new plant. It's gonna have soil and plant all over the ground, except for it hooked onto the lift gate and just rose up. One of the trickier aspects of plant care is fertilizing and when to give nutrients. Here's how to feed those plants. To start, you just want to choose a simple organic fertilizer. This is made out of fish and it can be a little stinky. This is a really popular brand from what I hear. This is an organic brand, local brand actually, which I thought was pretty cool. Most are concentrated, so follow those instructions and dilute it properly. Your all-purpose fertilizer is going to provide nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, key elements to keep that plant happy. It's good to have a go-to plant food, but there's some household items you can also feed your plants. Eggshells are great for calcium and trace minerals. Rinse them and collect them in the freezer to prevent mold. Add crushed up shells when repotting or directly onto the soil. Of course, bananas are big on potassium and your plants will love them too. Just use that peel, infuse it in some water for a few days, and water your plants. Now I'm obsessed with coffee, so I like to give it to the plants too. Give your used grounds an extra rinse and let them dry to prevent mold. Those grounds give nitrogen and deter pests. It's best not to overfeed your plants. That soil can hold nutrients for a long time. You'll simply want to follow the directions for use on the label and your plant will let you know what it needs. Fertilizing can also be seasonal, where you back off during fall and winter and provide more food during spring and summer. Part of that learning curve when it comes to plants is finding the correct balance. Nothing against the national chain like garden centers, big hardware stores, but I wanted to find a local nursery and this place just happened to be down the street from where I was and I'm excited to explore it because it looks so cool here. Repotting is an important aspect of taking care of plants. And no, it's not just about transplanting into a pretty container. Here's how to know when to repot your plants. Rapid fire, here are the signs you need to repot your plant. One telltale sign, roots are coming out of the bottom. If you start to notice a lot of white mineral buildup on the top of your soil, when the plant develops a lot of new growth, excessive yellowing and shedding can be a sign that you need to repot. If the plant has grown taller than the pot, doubled, even tripled in size, or grown too close to the edge of the pot. I keep getting impressed. We've been to a bunch of different plant places today, and all these different varieties of plants and stuff is so cool. I wanted to do some herb stuff, but I think I'm just gonna stick to indoor plants. Just wanna walk around and explore. This place is so cool. Ooh, there's a greenhouse. Smells really good right here. Must be these flowers. Something smells good right here. This is just so magical. There's a cool breeze blowing through, which feels so nice, and it's making these wind chimes go off. I'm having a euphoric magical experience at this garden center, so carry on. I just saw these, and I really like the way they look, so I'm gonna get a couple of these. The new pot doesn't need to be much bigger, just an inch or two of extra space. Oh, not all of them have drainage holes in them. If the pot doesn't have drainage, you'll want to fill the bottom with porous rock. Fresh soil has a tendency to fall through that hole. Ooh, making a mess. To keep things tidy, you can add a coffee filter to the bottom. I just need some garden tools. Just a few gardening tools. Got my selection of gardening tools, salad tools, as I call them. I try to be funny. Now this is the whole purpose of repotting. You want to get those roots into fresh, nutrient-dense soil. It's a big pot. I need lots of soil. Ooh, lots of roots all the way down to the bottom. Try to get rid of as much of that old dirt as you can. This is oddly satisfying. Break up those roots a little bit, and welcome to your new room. And to contain that mess, you can always lay down some butcher paper or a trash bag. Don't fill the soil all the way up to the rim. You want to leave some space. Now this buddy can thrive in its new home. Don't worry about fertilizing first thing. That fresh soil has plenty of nutrients. Oh, there we go. Live long and prosper.